Hey Capricorn, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your storyline or wavelength here, check your other major placements. And also, I will be doing extendeds on Vimeo this week. So the link should be in the description box. If you want to join me over there, you can. I'll be doing a traditional tarot spread over here, and then over on Vimeo, I'll be doing another layer on top of that spread. I'm using the same exact artist for both. Cullinane, I love her work. She has a couple more really cool decks. Which is quite a few actually cool decks. I love them. So let's get started here, Capricorn. Okay. Oh my gosh, what an interesting cut here. We have two, it was sloppy. So we have two here. Oh, fun. Oh my gosh. Fun. Swords. So we're going to be talking about communication. We're going to be talking about thinking about things. We're going to be talking about rationality, trying to be rational. This Page of Swords here is trying to be very rational in a very difficult, inhospitable situation. Very difficult situation. There's not a lot of nutrition. The forest is gone. It's all kind of weird. We don't feel like we belong here. We don't know what to do. And this is definitely coming through this Page of Swords. Just awkward, trying to get a handle on something, trying to understand something, not really understanding all the ramifications here as we navigate sort of this hostile landscape. Very foreign landscape, a place that we're not used to. It feels unsafe. It feels dangerous. There's not a lot of, it's just hard. The Five of Swords is always about a rough decision. There's not going to be a perfect solution or the right answer. It's just an inhospitable landscape, and this Page of Swords is trying to navigate it as best they can, trying to understand as best they can what's going on here, trying to communicate as best they can about just trying to figure stuff out. Yeah, someone's here just trying to figure this. Page is going to be young, new, inexperienced, and it kind of looks like it's just a whole new world to them, and they're trying to understand. So Page of Swords is also typically a student that is, like I said, just trying to understand, get some sort of clearer understanding of what's going on, because this can be really shocking. This totally different landscape. Where did my forest go? Where did this park go? And this is just trying to get your head around some sort of new landscape or some sort of new reality, new way of doing something. And you're really trying to understand it, to think it through, to figure it out. Like, you know that this is not your normal place. You know that things are off kilter here. You know that this is difficult, and there's a sense of just trying to understand and trying to make yourself understood in the situation. Past, present, inner landscape. What's at issue? Environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Oh my goodness, we got a surprise reversal. We got all these reversals before, so I straightened out the deck, and then now we've got a surprise reversal that snuck in there somehow. In the recent past, we have Seven of Swords. Oh my goodness, what are you, Scorpio here? This is Scorpio's reading was all Five of Swords and Seven of Swords. I don't know what's going on, but Seven of Swords, someone went silent, someone went distant, someone took their swords, took their thinking, took their communication, and went home. Left the battlefield. They did not want to participate in a battle. They didn't want to fight about anything. They just, okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to withhold my truth, either by lying or by not talking about it. Both of those are ways to withhold truth and avoid a confrontation. Confrontation avoidance is great. I wish more people would do it, but to a certain extent, it's not great. And can create more conflict or more difficulty. But somebody here took their swords and went home, took their truth and went home. So either they did not feel safe disclosing it, or they just really didn't want to deal with the fallout from it. They didn't want to deal with the conflict. So they just stopped trying to explain themselves, stopped trying to say what they want. This might have been you, this might have been somebody else. So you might have just stopped trying to explain yourself, You know, it can go either way, Seven of Swords. There's a sense of like, well, you know, this argument's not going anywhere, so I'm just going to stop trying to explain myself and walk away. That can be wise, but it can also be really difficult if you just like, well, I'm just going to lie because I don't see any good coming out of telling the truth here. So it's not, I don't really have a judgment call anymore for Seven of Swords. It's just someone took their truth and went home and they're not sharing it. That might have been you. That might have been somebody else. What's in the current situation, we have Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles talks about overall fairness, but a current appearance of unfairness, a disparity in, so this might feel very unfair. It just looks unfair. It's not unfair, actually. Both parties are bringing the same amount to the table. Resource distribution is equal. Responsibility distribution is equal. But it just doesn't look fair on the surface. So if somebody went silent on you, you may feel like that wasn't fair, but it's just because it appears unfair. But both parties are participating, bringing what they can. The resource distribution actually is quite fair. And in fact, someone may be carrying more. It just looks unfair right now. Someone may be carrying more of the burden. Comparatively. From what somebody may be, like they're both carrying 3 coins, but one of these is a bull fully capable of carrying 3 coins and handling the whole situation. This is very Taurus energy, the way this one comes out. There's somebody else that's struggling to carry the same amount. They are carrying the same amount, but someone's struggling a little more. Overall, it's fair, but this one may be like, well, I don't feel like this is fair. I'm struggling and you're not. But it's usually a... Six of Pentacles is always about fairness. And it always seems like something's unfair when it actually is more fair than it looks on the surface. Your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape. Seven of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, how have I never gotten this card from this deck? This is like my favorite card of all time now. I understand this card completely. Seven of Pentacles. This is doing the work and waiting for the results. Yeah, there's flies around. You're hopeful. You're patiently impatient. This card has patience and impatience. Like, what more can I do? I've done what I know how to do. What more can I do? And now I wait. Now I wait for the fruits of my labors to hit one of my traps. But it's a waiting game. So you're hopeful that you'll have the patience. There's something about patience here. Having patience, not having patience. You've done what you can and you now have to sit back and wait. And you don't like, there's a sense of like, really, I've done what I can and now I just wait? Now I just wait? Are you serious? But there's also a sense of, the work is done. You've done what you can, and yeah, now you just wait. So it's in your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, and you might be thinking about, how long do I have to wait? How long do I have to wait for something to seem fair? How long do I have to wait to understand something? How long do I have to wait to get what's mine? This could be a work situation where something, you don't feel like you're getting your dues and you're wondering how long you have to wait for it. Or like, you didn't get the check yet. How long are you waiting for the check before you take someone to small claims court? How long are you waiting for this? How long are you waiting for the fruits of your labors? You feel like you've put in a ton of work, a bunch of work. And then you're expecting the fruits of your labors. The Six of Pentacles, though, is here to tell you, you just think it only looks unfair to you, but it's not. What's at issue here is the Magician. You cannot make something happen. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. You can't make it happen. You don't have what you need. You don't have the resources. You don't have somebody here, something's not happening. Something's not coming together. You're not able to make something happen. Like, you're able to prepare for something to happen. You're able to, oftentimes this is depicted as like a tree or a bush, and this is a farmer that's planted, watched it grow, and now is waiting for the fruit to ripen. Like, come on, ripen. So these have like the same vibe in the reverse. The magician in the reverse is like, I can't make this happen. I can't change this. I can't make this be what I want. I can't make something happen in reality. I can't, make this happen. And here you are, like, I have to keep waiting. How come there's not more work I can do here? How come I just have to wait? How come I can't make something happen? How come I can't force this? You're not able to force something. You want to. You've done the work. You feel like, and now, abracadabra. No. Okay. And the magician often does talk about words, honestly. Like, while I'm saying that, I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. The abracadabra words, like, and it's not effective. It's not being effective. You're not able to make something happen. You're able to prepare for something to happen, and you're not able to wait, and you're not able to make it happen. You can't force this. You can't force something to be fair. And this Six of Pentacles, though, is that it is fair in a way that you can't see right now. In your environment, death. Dun, 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 dun. No, this is change, big change. This is something ending for the web of life. Something has to end. In your environment, something has to end. In the service of life. Death is actually quite generous. None of us would be here without it. It's the foundation of all life. It gives us life. Like, not only in the like eat situation, but just by making room for us on the planet, by making room for new, old ideas have to die so that new ideas can be born. Like, there's almost a sense of needing there to be a vacuum in your life, in your environment. There needs to be a vacuum to pull in, suck in the new idea, the new life. New life isn't, new life does like come through the cracks, and it'll show up when you least expect it. But there is a sense here of death needing to create a vacuum, or something needing to end. I like how this owl, what is this snowy owl? Is it an angel of death? Is it an angel taking this little saint of a mouse to a new level? There's a lot of fear here. But there's also a graceful exit, a graceful ending. I feel like whatever's ending here in your environment is very beautiful. There's almost like a holiness to this death, I feel like. It's just an ending, something coming to an end. It's sacred, though. How it ends, what ends, how it ends. It's very beautiful. So there's an ending, and death usually signifies a pretty big ending. It's in the service of life, though, and I don't think you can see that, because the Six of Pentacles is here with this sense of unfairness, with what actually is very well thought out, calculated fairness. Your to-do list, Judgment reverse. That's so funny. Again, we have this sense, this one really comes in as death to me, right? We have the old skin and we have the new skin, but it's coming in reverse. In Judgment, it's like reviewing the past. I'm getting a sense of don't ruminate, just move on. Don't ruminate on something. Don't go over and over and over again what happened with something. I mean, you're really trying to understand a difficult situation. You're really trying to get what's going on. Or this could also be a student in your life that's really trying to understand something. Somebody here is really trying to understand something, really trying to figure out something, really trying to understand something. And that can lead to rumination and, you know, going over and over and over something in your mind, trying to figure out what went wrong, where it went wrong. And the Judgment card, normally, I love this card. It's like, yeah, review what happened, see where things went wrong, figure it out, learn from it, have an epiphany. And this is like, don't ruminate on something. Do not keep going over and over. Just move on and leave this old skin and this old way of doing something in the past and just move on. But don't keep thinking about it. It does have like such a sense of renewal, like something in your environment is ending, is closing down. And this Judgment card in the reverse is like, don't look back. Don't look back. It reminds me of, in a way, of Lot's wife or something, is don't look back. Don't keep longing for something that's not there anymore, or that's leaving you. Like, don't look back. Keep moving forward, keep growing. Keep moving towards life. Leave this old skin behind you. Leave this old thing behind. Don't go back and smell it, sniff it, nibble on it, eat it, figure out how you ever fit in that old skin. Just keep growing, keep moving. Your job is to have that forward thrust. Your job is to have that forward movement and that growth and that renewal and that life. Your environment is providing you with the ending of something. And you may not understand that ending at all. It may have come in silence. It may not feel fair. You may have done everything you can to make something happen. And this is saying, let the old way of doing things, let the old thing die. And that's your environment. Your response to the environment is to grow, is to move forward into growth, into renewal, is to embrace a new life, or a new mentality. Because Judgment's very mental, and we're already dealing with rationality and thinking things through. So don't overanalyze something. Just embrace like a new mentality. If something's ending and something's ended, if somebody ghosted you, if someone went silent on you, like, there's a new way of looking at life. There's a new way of dealing with things. There's an understanding that people are going to do what people are going to do. And you embracing some sort of new path forward. Possible outcome, Queen of Wands. This could be you. This could be somebody else. This is someone who's very intuitive, highly intuitive, definitely looking to the future, definitely caretaking the future, a future that they can see, that maybe others can't see. This can be someone that you can consult with. This Queen of Wands is very private, though. I don't really see them as a consultant. I see them more as just someone who's just doing their own thing, having their own vibe, being their own creative self, and really moving forward towards the future in spiritual alignment with their own self. So, all right, Capricorn, if that resonated with you, and if you want, you can join me over on Vimeo. Otherwise, I will see you guys in a couple weeks, and I hope that was helpful.